Hi, and welcome to my guide how to complete the Holy Grail quest. The quest requirement is Merlin's Crystal, and the only stat requirement is level 20 attack. The higher your melee combat stats, the quicker you can defeat the boss of this quest. The only required item is Excalibur. If you have lost this item, then you will need to return to the Lady of the Lake in Taverly, who will redirect you to Port Sarim Jewelry Store. Go there with a loaf of bread, give this to the beggar, who spawns when you try to open the door of the jewelry store, to reclaim Excalibur. For the recommendations, since we need to run quite a bit during this quest, don't bring anything too heavy, and if your combat level is below level 41, bringing an Antipoison is also helpful, and if you have, also bring a better melee weapon compared to the Excalibur. For the teleports, 1 teleport to Entrana, 1 teleport to Draynor village, 2 teleports to Camelot, of which at least 1 is without a air staff, 1 teleport to Falador, and 2 teleports to Brimhaven. This will require 60 coins. You could walk your way to Brimhaven via Port Sarim, but this will mean that you will need to go via Musa Point. If you have the runes, the magic level, and the Plague City quest completed, then bringing 2 teleports to Ardougne with also 60 coins will be a little bit faster. Where we can start this quest is the same quest location the quest start as for Merlin's Crystal quest, here in Camelot. Let's talk to the most northeastern NPC and talk to King Arthur. Select option 1 twice. Tell me of this quest, and then select the first option again, that you would enjoy trying to get the Holy Grail. Next, let's go west and go upstairs. Upstairs, open the eastern room, southeast of the one with the brown tiles on our minimap, and talk to Merlin. After speaking to Merlin, we will need to head to Entrana. Don't select any option, just thanks for the advice, and make your way to Entrana. Either teleport to Lumbridge, Draynor or Lumbridge, and go to any bank to deposit every item that is not allowed on Entrana, which means Excalibur, your better melee weapon, and any staffs. Make sure that you bring the runes for 1 Camelot teleport. If you don't have the magic level, then you will need to traverse the White Wolf Mountain. Right, once you have deposited all your weapons and armor, let's head to Entrana and talk to the head priest in the church. You can go to Entrana by going to the second most northern dock in Port Sarim and talking to the monks of Entrana. Alright, here on the Holy Island of Entrana, let's head into the church and talk to the High Priest. Click through the conversation and a crone will appear. I just misclicked. Just select option 3. I will go searching. Next, let's make our way to Camelot and let's go to Sears Village Bank. Let's grab our better melee weapon, Excalibur, and potentially a staff if you have brought some high alchemy stuff. Once we have these, let's head west to Coal Trucks. Between Sears Village and Coal Trucks, oh, that is loud. Okay. West of Sears Village, just east next to Coal Trucks, there is a house with Sir Galahad inside. Let's talk to that NPC and select the fourth option. That you seek an item from the Fisher King realm. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off to be honest. The effects volume. Okay, Sir Galahad. Let's talk to him. I seek an item from the realm of the Fisher, from the Fisher King realm, and he will give you a napkin. Next, we will need to go to Draynor village. So, teleport to Lumbridge or Falador, or use an Emmet of Glory. Go to Draynor village and go north into the Draynor manor. On the top floor of the Draynor manor, there we'll find the whistle, which is basically the door key, which allows us access into the Fisher King realm. After we have visited the Draynor manor, we will need to visit Brimhaven for the first time. Either bring 30 coins and make our way to Port Sarim, and from Musa Point you can walk to Brimhaven, or bring an Ardougne teleport and travel with Captain Barbaby straight to Brimhaven. Once here on the top floor of the Draynor manor, open the southern door, then exit the room again, then open the door, once again, and this should spawn at least 4 whistles. I'd like to pick up at least like a couple whistles. You will need a minimum of 2, but I would like to bring more so I can have a bank placeholder. Once you have at least 2 whistles, let's make our way to Brimhaven. The fastest way would be to teleport to Ardougne and take in the boat with Captain Barbaby, costing 30 coins. If you don't really want to go this way, you can also just pay 30 coins in Port Sarim, make your way to Musa Point, and walk to Brimhaven. Once in Brimhaven, go northwest of Brimhaven, into the jungle to the most northwestern part of Brimhaven, at the Golden Horseshoe. If you wanted to solve the quest puzzle itself, you will need to find a couple of mysterious statues that all face in a specific direction. If you then open up the world map and connect the lines between all of these heads, these will all intersect north-northwest of Brimhaven, next to the Golden Horseshoe. Once you've arrived under this watchtower thingy, blow up your whistle, and you have arrived in the Fisher King realm. If you are poisoned by the poison scorpions, make sure to bring an Antipoison. Here in the Fisher King realm, here is a bridge guarded by a Black Knight Titan. Equip your best in slot melee weapon and start attacking it. Attack it and then step back. Attack it again and step back again. Do this to lower the Black Knight Titan's HP. Once you are about 1 or 2 hits away from defeating the Black Knight Titan, equip Excalibur to defeat him. If you do not do the final blow with Excalibur, then the HP of the Black Knight Titan will be full again. I do not suggest you to use ranged or magic, because the Black Knight Titan's defense to those two combat styles is quite high, even though a cannon seems to be able to deal quite some damage. Yes, once the Black Knight Titan has been defeated, let's follow the river south until you see a Fisherman. Let's talk to him and select the second option. Any idea how to get into the castle? Click to continue and then head west to the castle. In front of the castle, you'll find one red dot on your minimap. That is a Grail bell. Pick it up and ring it. This will teleport you inside of the castle. Ah, motherfuck! No, okay, fuck off. GG, bye-bye. Make sure that you ring the Grail bell, do not whistle, else you will need to do the boss fight again. What do you mean nothing happens? Make sure that you also talk to the Fisherman again, so that a new Grail bell will spawn, so you will be able to get inside of the castle. Once you are inside, open the southern door, climb up the staircase, and here talk to the Fisher King. Select the third option. You don't look too well. And he will ask you to fetch his son called Percival. He is a Knight of the Round Table. Next, after speaking to him, let's teleport to Falador and run north to Goblin Village. In Goblin Village, in the eastern house, there are some sacks. Right-click and open them to find the Knight of the Round Table and Prince of the Fisher Realm, Percival. Let's talk to him and select either option 2 or 3. It doesn't matter which one, about making him a king or about his father. Both options will continue the quest. Okay, Goblin Village. Open the eastern door, right click, open the sack. Open sacks. Talk to Sir Percival, option 2 or 3, doesn't matter. And after you have given one whistle to Sir Percival, let's make our way back to Brimhaven to complete our quest. You can do so by either teleporting to Ardougne and traveling with Captain Barbaby, paying 30 coins, back to Brimhaven directly, or walking back to Port Sarum and taking the boat to Musa Point, and then from Musa Point, walk to Brimhaven. If you ran out of Antipoison, by the way, if you are combat 40 or below, you can buy Antipoison in the Karamja general store in Taverly Village for 400 coins. What I forgot to take last time is here at the golden shoe horse, take 1 gold ore, because 1 KGP worth of gold ore is 1 KGP, am I right? Once you have returned to the Fisher King realm, go back inside of the castle, but this time there are doors, so you no longer have a need for the Grail bell, and go up the eastern tower. Climb up the stairs, then climb up the ladder to the top floor of the eastern tower, and there on the table is the Holy Grail. Pick it off the table, and once you have it in your inventory, teleport to Camelot and give this to King Arthur to complete the Holy Grail quest. And congratulations, you have completed the Holy Grail quest. You are awarded with 15,300 defense experience and 11,000 prayer experience. Now, as for the quest items, you may drop the Grail Bell and Excalibur, both are no longer needed, and personally, I will also drop the Holy Table Napkin, as I will not lose these magic whistles. These are the only way to get into the Fisher King realm, which there will be a clue step soon, I think, and the only way to get magic whistles, which is the only way to get into the Fisher King realm, is by spawning them by having a holy napkin in your inventory. But this item is only obtainable from Sir Galahad during the Holy Grail quest. Once you have completed the quest, this item is no longer obtainable. If I happen to drop all of these whistles and the napkin, then the only way for this account to return to the Fisher realm for that clue scroll will be in 2006 with the release of Fairy Rings. Okay, thanks, bye!